All right, everyone, we have head coach Pat Noonan. He will begin with an opening statement on tonight's win, and then we will get to questions in person first.
Yeah, really strong performance from the group. Very pleased with certainly the attacking output and the chance creation. Scored some really nice goals, and I thought for a majority of the game defended really well. I think the last 5-10 minutes got away from us a little bit and giving them some life, but certainly pleased with coming in here and performing in a good way.
Pat, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tonight it seemed like we saw a team that was maybe more confident. I think you might use the word composed in this situation. What would you attribute that to, and how did that come?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the goals you see with the right timing of how we move off the ball, understanding how to attack space, just being active in the right moment to allow us to move to goal. That part, I think, was better tonight. And it can be even better. I look at some of the plays where we miss how we can switch play or how we can find Evander and how we can receive across our body and move to goal. But when we do it in a collective way and with the timing right, we move to goal like you saw, and the finishing product is out. Obviously, the finishing touch and that part's hard, but we did that really well tonight. So I'm pleased with scoring 3 goals on the road.
There have been so many nights where you guys have had a 1-goal lead in that final moments. You've only scored 1 or 2 on a night. How reassuring was it for all the work you've put in over the last couple of weeks to get to that 3-goal lead,
right,
and then not need to maybe not worry as much, but to get to that point?
Yeah, I think the difference is how after we got the lead, didn't change how we were playing, didn't sit off. I thought our pressure was really strong tonight, led by that front group. Yeah, I just think the consistency in the play for 90 minutes and not deviating from what we were preparing because of a one goal lead. Second half was really strong, and I think the goals showed that, but also up until about the 85th minute, 90th minute, we defended in a really good way as well. So it's making sure that it's through extra time that you see out the game where hopefully you can walk off the field with a clean sheet, but it's still a very strong win.
It looked like we saw Evander and Luka, on top of their goals, do some really interesting things, particularly on that left side. What was the thought, especially with Luka seeming to underlap a little bit more,
Yeah.
and Evander going out wide? What was the approach to that, and do you think that played out the way you hoped it would?
We've just talked about wingback positioning and not being too comfortable being on the touchline, finding ways to take up different positions in certain moments of the game. And I think when we were moving the ball, right to left, Luka did a good job of understanding the positioning of Evander, and Lucas was kind of the free man and did a good job of receiving the ball in a more central position, which allowed him to not have to only play in isolation 1v1. He could combine with Evander. He could advance with the ball. He was connected with our front two to have options to play into or behind. And so I think Luka recognized that tonight in a lot of moments. And like you said, the closer that Luka's working with Evander, is working with Kevin, Kai, whoever's up top, the ability to play out of pressure and then face goal with those players on the ball is can be dangerous. And Luka's goal is an excellent inside dribble and getting the ball to Evander in the right moment, who can play on one touch and recognizes how to put Luka in on goal. So it's just getting the spacing right and the connections a little bit stronger.
How good was it to see Luka get one after going so long?
Yeah. I think you could see everybody's, including himself, is happy to see that first one go in. So hopefully, that carries over into the the weekend and moving forward. But it was a long time coming, and he deserved it.
All right, Cameron Nia, we'll go to the Zoom. Go ahead.
Yep, thanks for taking the time. You mentioned the defense, up until the last few moments. Kind of, what did you like from the group there that you maybe haven't seen in the past?
Did it cut out there?
No.
That was it? Okay. Defensively, I thought there was the early moment where we allowed them down our right side or our left side and switch play to to Pierce on the back post. We got caught there. That play, and then I think it was the one other moment was them being able to play into Owusu, who was able to hold the ball, comfortably, and it got him going to goal. Those were two of their, early moments, and I think from that period all the way through, really, till we conceded, the moments where they played direct, Matt did a good job of using his body. I mean, Owusu is a very strong back-to-goal player, and Matt, found ways to gain advantages and use his body. And then we also got our midfield closing, from advanced positions in a good way, specifically Brian. So that part, I think we dealt with the direct play really well, and then how we were able to, release Luka and DeAndre in a way that made it pretty clear where the ball needed to or was going to go. So I was pleased with how they got pressure to the ball, and Luka recognizing at times, dealing with the outside back in a more central position. It was just a collective defensive effort as to why we defended, against the ball in a good way.
Great. Thank you for your time, Pat.
Yeah, and then we saw the mid 40th minute there an injury. Kind of, do you have an update on what that injury was and kind of anything?
Not yet. It's still too early, so we'll take a look at it tomorrow and see what the extent of the injury is.
Anything else, Cameron?
Yeah, and then finally, just with Bender there getting a brace, but obviously his first goal in a little bit. Kind of, what did you like from him today, and then kind of taking that and building on it moving forward?
I liked the spaces that he found, how he was able to work his way out of pressure. We need to get him on the ball, and I'm going to continue to emphasize that, because it's nights like tonight where he needs volume and he needs guys understanding where he's at on the field, and he also needs to understand how to move off of his teammates to be effective. And so, tonight we got him in good spots, whether it was advancing with the ball or being a playmaker. I mean, how he arrives on the first goal from, DeAndre getting in behind and being aggressive, getting into the box and changing his speed to be hungry to score a goal. That was something I was pleased with. And then, like I said, on Luka's goal, you see just his, vision, way to the pass to get Luka in behind, playing on one touch. That's a high-level play there. And obviously the last goal, Lucas does a great job of advancing with the ball, and he's aggressive running in the box. And we benefit from him being closer to goal.
Thanks for your time, Pat.
Thank you.